This is Celebrity Interviewer. I said it, and this is the show. And this is actually, we have a legendary entertainment business executive. She's an American published author. She's actually also the founder of Joy Entertainment and CFO of Pineapple Dreamz LLC. And man, you know, she's worked with, you know, a bunch of entertainers that, you know, that I and some of you all that's watching right now grew up on presently and in the past. You know, she was working with Hot 97, you know, in the early, late 80s, if that's correct?
Early 90s.
Early 90s?
Oh, well, that depends on who you was speaking on specifically. I did do some, you know, when hip hop first started, I did do some door checking with Afrika Bambaataa and Biz Markie and DJ AJ. Rest in peace. But most recently, it was basically in the early 90s is when I became very active.
Okay, absolutely. And shout out to the Zulu Nation.
I'm
yeah,
Zulu.
Absolutely. Yeah, but you know, I'm talking about the one and only Miss Karen Joy. And I'm just, you know, I'm just happy that you can make it today. You know, again, I apologize for the, you know, all the obstacles for us to be here today, you know, but the universe can't stop this from you telling your story. You know, you've written a powerful book, and it's been in the hands of pretty much it looks like the entire industry out there in New York. You know what I'm saying? I see you what you represent, Harlem?
I was born in Harlem, but I grew up in the Bronx when hip hop really started, and now I'm out in Long Island, trying to you know, with the trees.
Right. Okay, so you've been moving around the boroughs, huh?
Yes, absolutely. I touch base with touch base with all those places.
Okay, absolutely. Much respect to all the New York man, the foundation of hip hop right there. And it's only right that, you know, we doing this interview as we celebrate 50 years in hip hop, and you played such an intricate part in the history, you know, and working with so many greats. So first, you know, just let me ask you a little bit about how you even got started. You know, I always like to go back to the beginning. You know, I don't know exactly how much time we have today, you know, with the respect that you're driving. I want you to be safe. But
I'm pulling over right now. I'm just trying to get off this highway.
Okay, absolutely. Take your time. Yeah, we got time today. Originally, you know, you said you was from Harlem. You know, can you just tell me a little bit about your upbringing that led you to become such an ambitious and powerful woman, you know, in this industry? You know, how did that all begin? You know, was it someone that influenced you maybe at home? You know, did you have a relative already in the industry? You know, how did all this even come about? You know, tell us a little bit about your upbringing, please.
I think it was mostly, like I said, growing up in the Bronx, being a part of just doing it in the dark and doing it in the park, like the songs used to say.
Right.
Just, you know, sit up in the park, and they had the DJ, and I was just part of the culture coming up. And, you know, the break dancing, the graffiti, everything was right there for the taking. And it was very exciting for us at that time. You know, we didn't have the internet and stuff like that, so we was out in the streets. And I identified with a lot of the people. I grew up with a lot of the individuals, from the Cool Hercs to the Afrika Bambaatas to DJ AJ. You know, they were like friends at the time. And so from there, just went to different levels. And I continued on being interested in the growing style of hip hop.
Oh, I love it. You know, I saw recently you had a picture with Curtis Blow. How far back do you go with Curtis Blow? Did you know him during the early years?
No, not exactly, but I did know a lot of people that he worked with. Like DJ AJ was very close to him. So
okay.
No, that was probably maybe the first time I was actually actually got to meet him like that. I probably was in passing, you know, I saw shows and stuff, but then I actually got to interact with him better at that event. That was, I believe you're talking about this past weekend. They did a 50th anniversary tribute.
Right, exactly.
Lehman College. That was very nice.
Yeah,
took me, you know, took me back in memory.
Yeah, now that looked like a really good turnout. You know what I mean? It's always good to be able to, that's what's so loving about hip hop is that how it continues to just bring the new generation to, and connect it with, people that's, started and paved the way. And you've worked with so many greats, like we said. Now, can you tell us a little bit about how you led to even working with Hot 97 initially?
Say Hot 97?
Yes, ma'am. So what led you to even start working and begin working with Hot 97 in the early 90s? What led to that opportunity, or what was your inspiration?
Well, at the time, um, I was doing party promotions. I did each segment of entertainment. So at that time, I was into party promotion, and I was moonlighting by day in the corporate world. By day I was in the corporate world, and by night I was moonlighting in entertainment, and I was doing events, party and concert promotions, and that pretty
Mm.
much helped me work with the DJs from Hot 97, the Big Dog Pitbulls and stuff like that. So it trained me on how to work in that side of the business.
Oh, okay, okay. Absolutely. So, is this something that you always wanted to do? Did you always want to be like somewhat like in the spotlight, or, just, what led to you being a leader? Because, you have that's a leader role to be, an executive, business executive, you know what I mean? Published author and things of these nature, CFO, CEO, you know what I mean? What led to that, that confidence?
I think this is pretty much in my DNA. Like my dad he always told me, you don't want to rely on anyone to, for your livelihood. You want to always
Right.
have like a skill or something that you can fall back on yourself and be able to secure your own situation. You don't want to just always rely on someone or be the worker. You want to be able to be in control so that you'll always be able to take care of yourself. So I guess that, was my energy and focusing on being CFO, entrepreneur, things of that nature.
Okay, absolutely. And again, I just love everything that you're doing. And let's talk a little bit about this book that I seen everybody, like I say in the beginning, in the industry holding. The Diary of a Pimp's Wife. Is that correct?
It is. It is.
Okay, you got to tell us about this. What led to this? What's your experience? Is this a true story?
It's based on a true story. It's a cautionary
Okay.
tale based on a true story about a
Okay.
respectable businesswoman, myself, who falls
Okay.
for a career criminal, and the culture
Mm.
takes her down a dark spiraling path of sex, drugs, and money into a world of sex trafficking. It's blurred.
Mm.
It's blurred lines between entertainment because that's a form of adult entertainment.
Right. Right.
So, where the young ladies were video vixens, and then they crossed over into stripping, and and they continued to try to make money in that entity, and it just took them down a dark spiraling path, like I said, into somewhat I would say stripping and prostitution, is a form of sex trafficking.
Mm.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
I see. Is it really deep definition of that? Is really broad. But
Right.
no. So what? But what led you or to feel like that you should write this book? Like some people would have been intimidated to put a book like that maybe out. And what was the timing of it? Like, did you feel like it was just time for you to tell the story, or you know?
Well, I thought by doing that, I saw how it affected the young ladies, and I saw how they were, I saw how it affected them, and I was saddened by things that happened to them. And I thought by putting this information out, I would spread an awareness so that I could offset, that type of lifestyle for young ladies and let them know that's definitely not the way to go. And a lot of people being caught up in that industry. Everybody likes the strip club, but nobody actually wants their daughter to be a stripper. And
Mm,
I tried to put down the facts of why and how they're being lured into that world. I thought
right.
I was I was trying to help spread awareness about it.
Okay. And what's the ultimate goal behind this book, as it continues to reach into different people's hands? For the goal, not only for women, but for men like myself, what is the goal?
Well, like I said, a lot of people don't know as much about the world as they just see the glitz and the glamour and the money thrown around, but they don't know the dark side. And that's very important for you yourself. Everybody knows someone that might, the young ladies, we have to protect the women of this world. And
Right.
everybody knows someone that, can be affected by that world. So I figured if the more knowledge you have about it, the more educated you are about it, the less that we'll have people traveling over to that dark side.
Mm.
Or,
Absolutely.
or,
Absolutely.
or at least if they do go over there, they know what pitfalls to look for, so that they can just continue to make the money and get out as quickly as possible, because there's no pension plan, and most of
Right.
it ends up in leading into drugs, it leads into death or jail, unless you get out realistically. It's scarier than you know. And once I was involved and I saw how it was affecting individuals, especially the women who have to, they're the creators of our next generation. So I thought it was my duty to make sure that I put something out, to help them and try
Right.
to be transparent.
Okay, and like I say, that's very courageous of you, because at some time somebody has to step up, and me as a man, like I honor black women, extraordinary black women in my community. And this is something that I plan to go around. It's called Tribute to Women Event Tour. So, that's how I continue to try to give back and just continue to awaken the black woman, to remind you all that you are definitely queens and that you are someone powerful and very important to the community. And so that we can, and I'm not judging, if a woman want to be a stripper, she can be a stripper, but, that's not what I'm trying to promote. I'm trying to promote more women that's helping to lead the community, opposed to more strippers.
Right. And the thing about it is, a lot of times when they get into that lifestyle, they don't really know what it's leading to. I'll just give you one sad example. Not to give out too many spoilers in the book,
Right.
but why do people, they try to, they look at that as a source of income. But let's say
Right.
you go to work one day, let's say you go to work and that they don't really make it rain on you like that. So if they're not making it rain and you have rent due, or your car notes is due, that leads them into another part of the lifestyle, which is prostitution.
Right.
And a lot of times they don't realize that, and then it's just one of the pitfalls of being a stripper realistically. And
Yeah.
don't really notice, people don't really realize that that's what happens to them, and they don't know that themselves. They go in and they think that they see a lot of money, and and then there's a lot of pedophiles in there, because it's mostly older men, and these young ladies that's in there, most of them are young and they're very impressionable, and they're luring them outside, and into different things that they never thought that they would be involved in. And
Right.
it's sad to me. I just wanted to make them be aware of what's really going on.
Yeah, no, I totally understand and respect what you're saying, because it's kind of like when you subject yourself to something, you just so have your blinders on, and you feel like a job is going to be one particular way, and then when you subject yourself to something that is connected to something that to pedophiles and to evilness and just quick money, because like I was always taught, you have to work for your money. What I'm saying? There's no really easy money. What I'm saying? Like, money don't grow on trees. You have to go and get it. What I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, nothing's easy. So to think that you just gonna be able to walk in and just walk and do your dance and it's just easily gonna come, they've been misled, unfortunately.
Yeah.
A
It's
lot
a
of
lot of
them.
predators. It's a
Right.
lot of predators. Even the club owners, they prey on them and they make them tip out. And then there's, other individuals in there. There's pimps lurking around that's trying to join them
Right.
out and get their money. It's a lot of things going on. And mostly, like I said, those girls are young. They're from 18 to 24. And it's mostly older men in there. And then, they
Right.
figure out to prey on them.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean it's very sad.
It
So
is.
when it comes to Pineapple Dreams, why the name Pineapple Dreams? What's the influence? Because we know how when it comes to health, how powerful a pineapple can be. But what's your reason for choosing the name Pineapple Dreams? And dreams, it has a whole nother definition itself. Like that's powerful to add those two together.
Actually, I didn't come up with the name,
Okay.
and I would like to encourage people to read the book because it does tell you how that name came about. It actually was the vision of the CEO. I'm only the CFO of the company. It was
Oh,
actually
okay.
the vision of the CEO. And yeah, not to give out too many spoilers, I would prefer for people to
Yeah.
read the book, and it tells you
Right.
exactly how it comes into fruition.
Okay. Okay. Definitely respect that. I'm just here as the interviewer trying to get as much info and intel as I
I
can. You know what I'm saying? That's my job.
I appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am.
No problem. I'm gonna try
But
to answer your questions to the best of my ability.
right now, absolutely. And like I've seen you with a lot of powerful artists, like I say, that I grew up on, legends. Let me correct myself, such as someone like Mr. Cheeks and Keith Murray, and I see you with them a lot, particularly. Is these individuals, someone that you work close with, and like what do you do when it comes with them? Because I see you with them a lot.
Um, I would say that I shared in. I'm very instrumental in a lot of. I'm very instrumental in a lot of the business with them during different phases. I've been with them over the years, and they became roughly like family. Wherever
Okay.
I could interject and help them in their business, I offered my hand. Let's just say,
Okay. And that's what we should do as family, right? You know what I'm
right,
saying? Just support and be there.
right, right.
Let's
I
get
broke
back
a
to
little
the
bit. I broke a little bit of business with them. Um, like I said, I've done everything from management to party promotion to brokering record deals, things
okay.
of that nature. So wherever I can fit in and be instrumental in helping guide their career, then I'm there.
Okay, absolutely. Much respect to both of them.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Salute, salute. Yeah, so like now just outside of maybe the business and and everything that you do that takes up and absorbs so much of your time, is it other things that you're working on maybe that's coming or just things like how do you relax?
Oh, well, since this book has dropped, I don't get much relaxation at all. From making it, from the
Right,
writing it, to the selling it.
right,
But my relaxation mostly forms of I'm a workaholic.
right.
So that's part of my relaxation, continuing to keep my mind flowing, the creativity, seeing what's next. I want to build on a media company from here, and my vision is to turn these books into movies and TV and film because I think that we should be the ones that tell our story. Because if we don't do it, then somebody else will do it, and
Yes.
who better to do it than ourselves?
Hey,
So
I totally agree with that. You know, and that's exactly how it should be. We need to be more hands-on with, everything instead of putting into the hands and to our destiny into the hands of others that's not even really for us or really love us, or even care about
right,
it. They just in it for the money.
true,
Yep.
true. They're just in it for the money, and then they twist the story up a little bit and tell it the way they want to see it, and a lot of times that's not our vision.
Yes, it's time for our culture to stop being extorted.
Exactly, exactly.
you know. But it helps with powerful people like yourself who has such a powerful role in the industry, not only up front but behind the scenes. So I'm just really grateful to be able to connect with you. Also, shout out to Mel Love, the legendary Mel Love, to be able to connect us today. You know what I'm saying? I had a chance to interviewing him, I don't know, maybe look like 6 years ago now. And so I just
Really?
love how, just be able to just continue to stay in touch with people. And that's what we lack sometime in our culture. Like, um, and this is just something that I was taught. One of my homies had told me when he got out of jail, he was like, I use you, right, Mike? I'm like, what you mean you use me? So he's like, no, man, I might need to borrow a dollar. I might need to, ride the car, borrow your car. But it's when you misuse people, that's when it's bad. Just don't
Right.
misuse people. We need to utilize each other for their resources and things that we do. But people go around in our culture sometime and we just in this industry and they just misuse people. And that's a bad thing. And that's how we had this reputation. It's becoming like a bad reputation to where you can't even trust your sister or trust your brother sometimes.
True.
You
We
know,
do
and
we do align with a stronger network.
yes. Yeah. So like I say with all of that to say, it's good when I come across good guys like Mel Love, who's all the way out, where you are in New York, and I'm in Chicago. So, it's all about that
Shout out to
connection.
shout out to Chicago.
Yes, definitely, definitely. I love Chicago. It gets no better. Gets no better. And also shout out to my brother youngwinston.com, and that's who's actually sponsoring this interview today. So shout out to youngwinston.com. Make sure you all go and visit that website.
Okay.
And how can people, purchase this book of yours? What's the
Oh,
best way?
the book is actually out on all platforms, Amazon.com, Barnes and Noble. Uh, Definitely go to the independent bookstores wherever books are sold. That's the good thing about it. It's Wahida Clark is the publisher.
Okay.
She's I don't know if you're familiar with Wahida Clark. She's a queen of street lit, and I'm glad she
Mm,
gave me the opportunity. Because I did a lot of querying beforehand, and people wasn't familiar. It was like a taboo subject,
mm.
and people didn't really want to give it a chance. But the book is uh, very, very interesting. It's a page turner once it got into people's hands, and they actually started giving their reviews. Everybody loves it, so I would advise for people to go out and get it, including yourself, so you could
Yeah, absolutely.
we talking about it's a very, very good book, and I'm not just saying it because it's mine. It was written, I would say that I put pen to paper, but the Lord took over, and He wanted me to get this word out, so it's between those sheets.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I highly recommend people to support the book because, just everything you've told me about it, the sneak peeks that you have given out so far in this interview has inspired me to want to, read and, for more hands-on because, I appreciate the story and the message. And like you say, the goal behind, just awakening different women in the community that want to get into this industry of the fast life.
I'm just saddened by the things that I saw. Like I said, the book is called Diary of a Pimp's Wife,
Right.
and how it was formatted because I was able to journal some of the things that I went through. I just want to show the people what the book looked like.
Yes.
Yeah, Diary of a Pimp's Wife. And what I was doing while I was in the trenches with these young ladies is I was journaling. So I was writing down incidents, and this is how the book came to format. So it's part of diary as well as part of a scripted story. So it's like a
Mm,
cautionary tale. But it goes back and forth between the time frame of 2008 to 2013. And it's
mm.
three major characters: a young lady named Nina, a young lady named Lex, and a young lady named Shy. And
Mm.
it's how they interact with their pimp, AD.
Oh, nice, nice. I
Right.
love it that you have characters.
Oh yeah, it's it's dialogue as well. Like I
Okay.
said, it's a tale. It's an actual tale, and it's a story. It goes in storyline. It's very interesting when you read it. It keeps you engaged. People have told me they feel like they're right there with the characters, living with them, going throughout
Okay.
the journey with them.
Okay. Okay. Um, is there any way you can maybe share a little piece give us just a little bit, like maybe just open the book and read like a little part of the book or something, like give us some teasers, let's continue to hype this book up.
I don't know how my reading will be. Let me see.
I know it's a thick book.
Yeah, but I'll read this part. This is waking up groggy from a deep sleep. I squint with one eye open. Thick red curtains hang over my bedroom windows, keeping daylight out. The room is dark, but the cable box reads 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I fumble around in the bed to find the remote. Turning on the TV, Will Smith's movie Enemy of the State is playing on FX TV. It's one of my favorites. Sitting up to watch, I hear loud moans coming from the other room. I crawl out of bed and go to investigate. I see two silhouettes squirming around in the living room on the black leather sofa bed. The female legs are jackknife wide open with the man thrusting in and out. Oh Lord, what have I allowed my sanctuary to become? Embarrassed, I duck behind the wall and then quickly run to release my urine. The night before, AZ fell asleep out here. Apparently now he has company. Coming out of the bedroom, I hear them scurry up the steps. The flushing toilet must have spooked them. AZ is now a full-blown pimp. Stupidly, I allow him to live in my house, thinking the fast money will make our strange relationship better. Just my luck, the hustle and flow pimp is a poor businessman.
Hey, that was good. That gave me like flashback. That like gave me flashbacks to some like Donald Groins, back in the day. Like that was powerful. Like, it was so you could picture it, like the wording that you use and everything. Because I'm a wordsmith myself and I'm a spoken word artist. So, I really appreciate the wordplay and how you used to be able to visualize everything that you're saying. Like that was graphic.
Yeah.
That was very graphic.
And real. Graphic,
yeah.
It's graphic and it's real.
Right.
Most of it is based on a true story.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued. And I'm sure everyone that's out there, that, they can't wait.
Yeah. Just glad I was able to think through it like that. I've read the book at least 20, 30 times myself,
Wow.
Doing edits and so on and so forth. So, yeah, and it's still a good read to me. It takes me back in time. Like I said, it's like me reliving.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, I love it. I love it. And again, shout out to everyone that's watching right now. Really appreciate you all support, sharing comments and sending love and likes and things of that nature. We appreciate that. And make sure you all support, Miss Karen Joy and this new book, and everything that she's doing. Now, if anyone wanted to, continue to maybe work with you, is there that opportunity, an option out there? Are you open to like work with different people? Is there even a door to be able to work with you and your company, anything like that?
I'm always open, especially if I'm a business lady.
Yes.
Jay-Z said he's a businessman. I'm a business lady. But if it's a good opportunity, I'm always open. And that's how, you have to stay ready. So they can pretty much get in touch with me online. Just go to my IG page, because I'm mostly online, always looking for new ventures.
Right.
So that would be pineapple_dreams with a Z 01. And that's me on Instagram. And I'm on Facebook, it's Karen Joy, and I'm on Twitter as well as Pineapple Dreams. You can find me on any of the social media sites. And TikTok, I'm Karen Joy 2022, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
But mostly get at me on Instagram and get in those DMs, and I'm always willing to speak to you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm so grateful that, we're able to share this time with you tonight, and just, tell more about the book. We got exclusive, of you reading some of the book for us, what I'm saying? I bet that's a first. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I caught you off guard, but you was always ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm glad I was comfortable with that. I might use that more often now that you did that. Thank you for that.
No, absolutely. I love it. That's what, sometimes makes an interview, better is, when a person doesn't know what's expected, you know what I'm saying? Because over here on my platform, like I don't write out questions. I just have a conversation with people and just kind of like fill them out and just let our spirits connect. And it just comes out, and let it be natural. You know what I'm saying? Nothing rehearsed, no, you know, none of that. But I'm just grateful that again your time, your spirit, everything that you're doing out here. I especially want to salute you for all your contributions and not only the culture but hip hop and everything you've been doing. All the great events and shows. Do you have a maybe another event, anything like that in the New York State area, anything like that coming up?
I do have some. I do have some things coming up. But I'll wait until they actually have the venues and everything sorted out, and then I'll post them on my page so you can look at it. Like I said, you can go to pineapple_dreams01. That's why I put in Diary of a Prince Wife so people can see that. And you could go to my page, and I'll always put what's current.
Okay, absolutely, absolutely. I'm an event coordinator myself out here, so I've been talking about it with Mel Love for a while. And, we definitely got to put something together. So maybe we all can come together and put together something really nice, and just use all our connects and just see what can happen. You know what I mean? I'm always open to just working with, more people in the industry.
I've never been to Chicago. I love that.
What? Oh, stop it. Stop it. You never been to Chi-Town?
I mostly stay on the East Coast, up and down the East Coast. So, yeah, I would love that.
Okay, well, absolutely. You can always hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I know the area pretty well, and I know a whole lot of people.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We could coordinate an event.
Yeah,
get in touch
absolutely.
with Mel.
Yeah, it's definitely nothing but love over here. Don't let the news fool you. That's just false media sometimes. For real, for real.
Okay.
It's good loving people. You know what I'm saying?
About New York. If I could take,
right.
you could be in New York, you could take anywhere.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so now for someone that, is just trying to get started, this is just a question that I normally ask people, but for someone when it comes to advice, what advice would you give to someone who's trying to start off in business and someone that may be ambitious but just don't know really what it takes to get out there or just like they're that close to jumping out off the, like they say, jumping off the porch, but something's still holding them back. Like, what could you tell a person like that, whether it's a woman, a man, someone that's just trying to, have business, get, just, they would like to be in business, but they lack a little bit of confidence, what it takes to, be out in the forefront.
I would say, trust the process. If you can, try to find yourself a mentor, somebody that can walk you through processes. You just have to be comfortable in your ability and, and never stop. Take it, it's like building anything else. It takes like brick by brick. Don't think that things are going to happen too fast. It's a marathon. It's never a sprint. And just, just enjoy yourself. Enjoy the process while you're doing it. Try to find something that you love, and then it never feels like work. And you'll enjoy it.
Yes.
So, and then also educate yourself about whatever you're trying to align yourself with. Make sure that you get some education about it yourself, in addition to whatever your mentor is teaching you.
Yes.
And then just enjoy yourself.
Hey, I totally love everything that you're saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like you say, a mentor that is very important. Just have someone that you can trust and who knows more than you. Like they say, you're not supposed to hang around people that you know more than them. You ain't never gonna learn nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. You don't want to be the smartest person in the room. That's correct.
Right. Yeah. So I really love that. And before we get out of here, also, because I have interviewed, King Shaki, man, I don't even want to say the brother name wrong, from the Zulu Nation. King Shakina, dog on it. But anyway, I did a great interview with him. A few years ago. I've interviewed so many people. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I forget names, but Karen Joy, that's an easy name to remember.
There you go. There you go. As long as we remember.
Right. Yeah, definitely. But shout out to the Zulu Nation. Shout out to Link to Link. Shout out to Young Winston. Shout out to Life and Entertainment. MIA Entertainment Group. Shout out to Brick Malone LLC. These are some of my people. You know what I'm talking about. And it's love all the way around. You know what I mean. And just I just want to continue to just tell people to be powerful, show love. Be blessed. I pray that God continue to watch over you and all your family, and that you be protected, and your book remains and becomes a bestseller if it's not already.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Bestseller. Let's make this a bestseller.
That's right. And man, I highly recommend you all to go and purchase her book. You already know why, because I said it. So it's that way. Yeah. Yeah, and we definitely here live on IG Live for the first time with the legendary Miss Karen Joy. And this is Celebrity Interviewer. I said it, the show. And again, thank you, ma'am, for your time tonight. Again, my apologies for all the confusion in the beginning, but I'm glad we was able to still make this happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download this and then try to do some type of editing a little bit so that I can still try to add some of your pictures and things of that nature that we missed out on. Which involves some of your history, which I had planned. I had it on deck, but because we went on another platform, I wasn't able to do it and share all of your powerful pictures and things of that nature. But again, yeah. But yeah, just keep in touch, man. And just get at me, and let's put an event together. Let's just continue to just be who we are, and maybe come together and collaborate, network. Let's not stop this network. I believe.
Love that.
God brought us together for a reason. So let's keep it going.
True.
And okay. I just want you to know that you have the support of Isaidit Management, and I do a lot of different things, and I have my own magazine as well. So I would love to, publish your book inside my magazine to just help, just build up more traction. Perhaps, whatever I can do to help. You know what I'm saying? So
that's so especially because we're trying to spread awareness for these young individuals that's being taken advantage of out here. This is, the main purpose for writing this book and being so transparent and putting myself out there like that. It's to help a young lady. So whatever we can do to do that, I'd really appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. It's all about the community. Philanthropy work all day.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Yeah. So thank you, Miss Joy. Again, salute to you. And man, be safe. Enjoy the rest of your night. Oh, that's what I meant to ask you. So you was at an event tonight, right?
I was.
Okay, talk a little bit about your experience a little bit. Where was you at tonight?
I was at a friend of mine named Hiffen Dunn. They call him AKA Pop. He runs a web series named Project Heat, and he was doing a premiere of his new season. It was actually nice. Very interesting. Took a couple of photos and stuff. I'm going to post it up later. Give him some shine. Very hardworking gentleman, and he's in the media industry. And he shows me a lot about that side of the world. Like I said, I want to take it from books into the visual. This is like the scripted side. I want to take it into the visual, and it's nice when people like him. His name is Pop, and he runs Project Heat. It's a web series, and you can find it on YouTube if you're not familiar. And this is like maybe his fifth or sixth season. I believe his fifth season. So you can check out his web series. Okay,
definitely. Much respect. And because I know you're always moving and grooving, so I knew you was out tonight, so I was all just being nosy, seeing where you was at tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But definitely.
I appreciate you having me, though.
No, absolutely. I appreciate you. And also shout out to Radio Impact out there in LA. They're my peoples all day. Cocaine, DJ King Assassin, you know what I'm saying? Buddy Boy Entertainment, man, all of that. You know, Freeway to Real Rick Ross. Shout out to Freeway, you know what I'm saying? Freeway Boxing, all my people, Climax, you know what I'm saying? We hearing. Yeah, we hearing. But yeah, thank you again, and just, you know, again, make sure you all purchase my new friend's book, written by Karen Joy, and then it also says Mr.Cheeks as well. So
featuring Mr. Cheeks.
Featuring Mr. Cheeks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what did he have like help narrate, or like what was his involvement with the book?
He was basically a character.
Oh, character. Okay.
Yeah, he's a character. Like I said, you know, I knew Mr. Cheeks throughout from the time frame of from 2003 until the present. And whenever I was in the industry in entertainment, he was a part of, you know, the lifestyle and the things that we were doing. So you would have to read more about the book to find out exactly his involvement.
Okay, absolutely. Well, I'm going to speak it to existence. Y'all can expect an interview from Mr. Cheeks on my platform, because I said it. So, you know, we just going to speak this into existence, and then we're going to try to make it happen. You know, that's all I do. You know what I'm saying? You got to think it and believe it and achieve it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, but no, thank you so much, ma'am. And man, enjoy the rest of your night. Safe travels back home, and just, you know, I pray that, you know, everything that you are working on, you know, it just comes to fruition 100-fold.
Likewise. Thank you.
I received that. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for everybody that tuned in tonight. And you know, you can always find more about me. You know, I'm always online. You know, make sure you all look for From Her Point of View, the talk show. It'll be back on always the second and fourth Tuesday. We'll be returning with the square table. And that's something I would love for you to, you know, come back on my platform, you know, be part of my square table. And that's what we just, as a show, I'm hosted by me and my friend Mimi Acosta out of Atlanta. And we just, you know, bring people around from the industry and just talk about important topics, such as like what your book is about, such as, you know, mass shootings, you know, just anything that has affected our community that the average person can relate to, where you don't have to be a celebrity or have celebrity status to be able to, you know, relate to the topic of the night. So that's what we do, you know, and that's the last Thursday of every month, and it's called the Square Table.
All right, I'd love that. You keep me posted.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. And thank you again for your time. Be safe out there, safe travels, and I might have missed a couple of beats, but so is it something else that you would like to leave my audience with tonight that we may have not mentioned, or anything else about yourself that you may want them to know?
No, but we do nothing more than we want to run these numbers.
Right.
The book is out on all platforms. It's called Diary of a Pimp's Wife.
Right.
Published by Wahida Clark. Written by Karen Joy, featuring Mr. Cheeks. Like I said, we want to get this out, and then from there, hopefully to film. But right now, we're on the book.
I heard that. That way. Yes, ma'am. All right. Well, then, much respect to you, and like I say, keep in touch.
Will do. I have your numbers.
Yes, ma'am. So make sure you all follow Pineapple_Dreamz with a Z01 on Instagram. And man, make sure you all purchase the book, Diary of a Pimp's Wife, immediately. Yes, ma'am. All right, thank you. Take care. Be safe.
You too. Good night.
Good night. Much love. Again, thank you everyone that was able to tune in. Make sure you all share this video. I'm gonna figure it out on how to share this on my on this Instagram, on my Instagram page, because I've never done this before. So we're gonna figure it out. And man, you know, make sure y'all get y'all new Isaidit Management gear. I got sweatshirts, I got hats, you know what I'm saying? We got t-shirts, you know, get your Isaidit Management gear together for the summertime, you know what I'm saying? And while you at it, of course, order the book, Diary of a Pimp's Wife, written by the one and only Karen Joy. All right, much love. We gone. Catch me again live real soon, God willing. Amen.